from Japan, living in Los Angeles. I chose Los Angeles for the same reason as everybody else. I wanted to learn Spanish. Hola. Thank you. Then when I came, I realized that I needed to brush up on my English. In America, speaking English fluently is like having a good credit score. If you don't, your options are limited and people look down on you. Not a problem, because living here in the United States would make my English perfect. Yeah, right. I'm a computer programmer. I don't need to talk to people. I just talk to computers. So years went by. My English wasn't going anywhere. I needed to force myself to talk. So I joined Toastmasters. Anybody been here in Toastmasters? Hello, fellow Toastmasters. At first, it was all fun. I learned public speaking and presentation skills. Then, after a few years, I got bored. Then I discovered something better, storytelling. See, presentations are two-dimensional. Like this one, you are sitting there, processing words, activating a small part of your brain. Meanwhile, I'm up here, moving around for no reason. When it comes to presentation, we need shiny objects like movement, because we all have an attention span of a goldfish. But storytelling, it's a magic. A good story just doesn't tell you something, it pulls you in. Your brain lights up like a Christmas tree, connecting sights, sounds, and emotions that aren't even there. When I studied storytelling, I thought writing was everything. Strong words on paper, that's all I needed. I don't need anything else. That's how books work, right? If the writing is great, readers get pulled in. But here's the difference. Readers are in control. They can reread a sentence, pause for a moment, and let an idea sink in. If they get distracted, they can just flip back a page. But live storytelling doesn't have such luxury. If you miss the moment, it's gone. That's why delivery is important. Then, what is the difference between writing a story and telling one? Tara did a really good demonstration. I think one of the differences is the words we use. We might see the word like oftentimes on paper, but we seldom hear it in real life. Storytelling is conversational. But there is an even bigger challenge for me. As a non-native English speaker, there are so many words I can't pronounce properly. Those R's and L's are killing me. If the audience doesn't understand me, what's the point? So I adapt. I replace tricky words with ones that are easier to say and still pack a punch. Storytelling isn't just about words. It's about how you bring those words to life. Pause builds suspense. Shifting tone signals something that is coming. In a book, tension is on a page, waiting for the readers to find it. On stage, tension is yours to create. Now, let's try something. I will tell you an opening of one of my personal stories, and think about which senses talk to your brain. Okay. I turn in my bed. It's an early morning on a summer day. Nice breeze drifts through the porch window of my studio apartment in Osaka, Japan. But something is off. A presence, different energy, something that doesn't belong. Is somebody in my room? Should I open my eyes? If I stay still, will it go away? No. My heart pounds. There is no going back to sleep. Okay, just a quick peek. If nobody's there, I can relax. 1, 2, 3, I open my eyes, and I see a stranger sitting at the foot of my bed. Well, how many senses got activated for you? Sight, emotion, maybe for some of you, sound and touch. You might have felt that breeze or heard a heartbeat. Storytelling hits differently for different people. If you are a visual thinker, stories turn your brain into a movie theater. If you are wired for sound, your brain reacts to the voice, tone, and dramatic pauses. And if you are feeling things, you don't just hear a story, you experience it. When you understand what works and why, your whole world expands. Which brings me to stand-up comedy. 3 years ago, I decided to give it a shot. Most of my stories are entertaining, so I thought, comedy should be easy. No. So there is a storytelling style of comedy. The border can be a little bit fuzzy, but the approach is completely different. Storytelling is cooking. You don't have to follow a strict recipe. You get the basics and throw in little of this and little of that, and voila. If you mess up the seasoning, you can adjust as you go. But stand-up comedy is baking. Measurements matter. Timing matters. If you overmix, undermix, temperature is too high or too low, your cake collapses. One awkward pause, one extra word, your joke dies. Comedy is a science. Or better yet, it's like writing a haiku. Sure, you can slap together 575, but it doesn't make it a good haiku. A real haiku weaves in something seasonal, something clever. It creates a moment. Same with comedy. Then, what about solo shows? I have a solo show called How to Be Japanese. Your normal is not my normal. I performed in different formats, from full production with visuals and sound effects to just me and a handheld mic. And the audience reacts differently to each format. When I performed with live music, some returning audience members reacted to the part of the story they had completely ignored before. Isn't that wild? It fascinates me. Performing a solo show is like serving an omakase course at a pop-up restaurant. The guests don't choose the menu, but they get a glimpse. Reading about the chef and understanding the vision, then the meal begins. Each dish arrives in sequence, flavors building on each other, creating a carefully crafted journey. And sometimes accidents happen. When something goes wrong, you don't fight it. You forward it to the moment, making the unexpected part of the experience. That's the power of storytelling. It's not about just words, it's the journey, the moment that exists only once, only here, and only now. Thank you.